Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm deeply in love with all things beautiful that make life bloom. I believe that with every step we take, we can make life grow stronger. Some think that's a struggle, but I think that it can be done in all sorts of fun and enjoyable ways. That is why I started to film the Lifekeeper's Diaries. Here is where I share my views of beauty, my ways of giving back to life, and my sparkles of creativity. I think those are exactly the ways of how to fill life with joy and love for ourselves and others. That is the way of a Lifekeeper. The evening before Imbolc, I made a Brigid's cross. There was no special reason for that but my long-awaiting wish to make it one day. I've always been attracted to Celtic art and traditions, so I thought this could be the year to finally make it. I like it even more for the fact that I could make it out of natural material that I could forage in my home environment. I have to say that I didn't pick the best one because the reed that I got was dry already on the day I picked it. But with some improvisation and a deeply cut finger, I got to the final result that I actually like. It's nice to have a Brigid's cross in the studio, watching over my creations. It feels good to stay in its presence. Hello there, and a very happy Imbolc or Brigid's Day, or tomorrow the Candlemass Day if you follow the Christian religion. I myself don't follow any religion. I have my own set of beliefs and values, and I'm very much comfortable with that. But I am very interested in humanity, in how we live and how we used to live, and why we do things the way we do them. So I studied anthropology, well, pretty much because of that, because anthropology is all about humanity and why we do things the way we do them, and just understanding our ways. And that's why I also decided to look a bit deeper into different traditions throughout time that were connected to different points or different days throughout the year. This is my first Imbolc ever. I've never celebrated it before, and I'm absolutely not saying that everybody should do that. It's my interest. It's my interest in how things were done a few thousand years ago, and mostly I'm interested in how much sense does it make? How much sense does it make to celebrate a special day in this time of the year and in this manner, and how much sense does the symbolism behind it make? I'm just interested in what I realize about it. You know, does it impact my life? And most of all, I am interested in how people used to give back to life. So I do believe that they did that more in the old days than we do today, simply because they needed to be more connected to life, to the cycles of nature. They completely depended on them, whereas we have all these gadgets today and we just feel a bit disconnected from life. And I think most people never think of giving back to life, that it is always this rhythm of giving and receiving, not only receiving or even taking. So I believe that most of these holidays are actually about giving back. It's about giving thanks, and it's about also giving something in return to what you got on all the other days. But to me, it feels even more symbolic to celebrate this day this year, because I just ended my period of Corona isolation. It's my 12th day and I can finally go out, because I spent 11 days indoors, and you know, it feels so symbolic to be able to go out from the indoors right on this special day, right on Imbolc. So I really feel that it's, you know, those moments of sort of universal harmony, which are really, I mean, maybe it's a bit funny, it's a bit silly, but I just like it. I feel it's just so wonderful for things to come together in such a wonderful manner. So yeah, I'm really happy and really so grateful that today I can actually go out into the nature and I can actually give my thanks in the nature. You know? Yeah, so I intend to go to the riverside and give my gratitude to the forces of life that supported me throughout this period of disease, because I think it is very important to realize that we are not here alone. There are forces that may be invisible to us as well, but they are our colleagues in creating this life. And I think it's important that we realize that we can ask them for help and support whenever we need them, but it's also very important to give gratitude and to give back to them as well, so that you're not constantly just taking, but you're also giving back and realizing that, well, it's not just about me, it's about all of us. So yeah, so maybe this is kind of unconventional way of approaching things. I would say it's my way. I've always liked doing things in my way, but I would also just take it as exploration, and I really like exploring life, and I think that's mostly what it's all about. So it's not about learning something and then doing it the same way your whole life. I mean, life is huge and there will always be things to still explore and learn about. So this is also what I'm trying to do with this channel, and with exploring the ways people used to do things. Yeah, it's, you know, it's an adventure. May it be an adventure. Yeah, so let's see what happens. So it's the 3rd of February and obviously this video is not uploaded yet, it's not even done yet. And why is that? Well, because life happened as it usually happens when you decide to take upon a new project or do something new in your life. There's usually 1,000 of different things that you just haven't thought of or couldn't think of, and the same happened with this project. Well, I just realized that my current computer is not strong enough for video production and I'll just need to get myself a new one. I'm still in a process of doing that, but it hasn't happened yet. But you know, it's just not worth stressing about it because, well, what good does it do? So it's better to just think of what you can do in the meantime and go with it. And that's what I did. So I decided to make this video a bit longer and share with you some of my very latest observations about rhythms of life and nature in my land. So since I decided to follow these traditions, I also decided to pay attention to the symbolism that is included in celebrating the festivals and how they connect to the rhythms of nature in my land. And I realized that Imbolc or Candlemas or whatever you celebrate in these days, now in this time of the year, it really makes sense. Although we had snow just the day before Imbolc here in Slovenia, and that is really common. It's really normal to have fresh snow in February here in Slovenia. It's different. It's not the deep winter anymore. So I mentioned before that I spent 12 days indoors because of my corona isolation, and the day or 2 days after that, when I went out for the first time, I realized that the atmosphere is different. Just the feeling in the air is different. So there was a lot more bird singing in our neighborhood. I live in a neighborhood that is full of block of flats, but still we have a lot of gardens and bushes and trees, and they were packed with birds singing, and the song was different than it was in the deep winter. So it was the song that already reminds you of birds in the springtime. And also today we have a sunny day, which is really great because the weather forecast was much more gloomy. So I decided to come out and have breakfast here in the field in the sunshine. And I realized that the strength of sun is already much stronger than it was maybe just 2 or 3 weeks ago. So yeah, I just realized that it really does make sense to celebrate the first in the row of spring festivals in this time of the year. We may still have winter, there may not be any snowdrops yet or, you know, any other spring flowers, but still just the feeling in the air already reminds us of spring. It already tells us winter is going away and spring is coming. So